use your Google machine and Google yearly flu deaths. This needs to be its own video, even though the two previous videos I did had this topic buried in there, but they were like 10 to 20 minute videos. So those videos, which are very in-depth, above links. If you're not on mobile, you see the above links. But use your Google machine and look at the yearly deaths from the flu. So here we are, late October. We are going to have 30,000 or 50,000 deaths because of the flu. But this year, it's going to be the coronavirus that kills those 30,000 or 50,000 people. The coronavirus is going to beat the flu at those people. So we are going to lose 50,000 people this year to the coronavirus that were going to be lost anyways to the yearly flu. And when that happens, you're going to blame the president on that too. So the coronavirus death count's going to go higher, and you're going to blame that 50,000 people also on Trump, even though those people were going to die anyways, because if it wasn't the coronavirus here this year and still going, then it would have been the flu that would have killed them. And the virus is going to do what the virus does, and Trump saying masks or no masks doesn't make a difference, because people like me don't care what Trump says about masks. I know how masks make me feel, and it's not good. It irritates my skin, it suffocates me, it feels like a violation, it feels very impersonal. It's not good breathing carbon dioxide, and on and on and on and on the list goes of negative reasons to wear a dog muzzle. A life of masks is not a life we're living. So, to all of you that say, oh my god, America's death rate compared to other countries, yeah. China says 3 deaths per million. You know why? Because they lock entire regions down like absolute prisons. They are not a democracy. Many countries, not a democracy. North Korea has reported 0 cases, let alone deaths, where you get the death penalty for anything. North Korea, where you get fed with dogs like Kim Jong-un fed his uncle to. And in India, you get beaten down with sticks if you're out past curfew. So when you're all comparing America's death numbers to all of these other countries, and so many more that are not democratic, that have such rural lands and caves and jungles and villages that they don't even count the numbers. There's no freaking department, agency that's counting or caring or anything. How do you do that? How do you compare? How do you hold this against Trump? You just want to blame someone. You must be a miserable human being if you are blaming someone else for your lost job. Or you just blame the virus, blame China, but anyone else, that is ridiculous. You're crazy. Do you want America to be like Russia, Putin, and other dictators? Because you all hated on Trump for showing somewhat autocratic tendencies. If you all would have just said, go ahead, Trump, be the ruler for all time, then guess what? He could have locked everyone down and then taken away everyone's rights, and we would have 0 deaths right now. But we're a democracy, and people like me and 50 or 100 million other people in this country that don't care about masks either, who don't even listen to Trump because they're not into politics, because they're college students, high school students, tough people, macho people, or people that just don't give a damn because they're suicidal or depressed or whatever, or young. They weren't going to wear masks. All the rioters, protesters, masked or not, they were spreading it. So you're all crazy and horrible liars to yourself that are blaming Trump for the virus still going on, blaming Trump for the deaths. Use your Google machine and look how many deaths from the flu every October through February, fall, winter months. And just realize that when those people die because of the virus, guess what? They were going to die from the flu anyways. There's a study that says it. Look up the study. We're only 1% higher in deaths this year than last year. Alright, and this is just a perfect example. The greatest example. It's why I had to make it its own video. Because 50,000 people are going to die from the flu coming right up here, flu season. But the virus is going to get them first because the virus is 5 times stronger than the yearly flu. If the virus wasn't here in 2020, the flu would have got them. But because the virus is going to get them, you're all going to blame it on Trump, even though they're going to die anyway. Unbelievable. You are all very, very bad TDS human beings that should not be allowed to do this, not be allowed to vote. You're all lying to yourselves, and you're just spreading propaganda and bull.